Hello, everyone. Welcome all to Highwire Improv's Sunday afternoon shows. That was slightly less pleasant music than I thought it was going to be, and that could be a sign of things to come. We're going to do a range of improv acts today that are not necessarily comedic. We've got a whole block of groups who tend sometimes to the dramatic or dark, and yet somehow sometimes the light shines through some of those things, and so it could be a very exciting and interesting day of improvised theater here on Highwire Improv. Before we get started, want to let you know about what's happening in the coming days in the Highwire landscape. If you're local to the Baltimore area, we've got a character jam on Wednesday at the Roland Park Community Center. That is free, and that is facilitated by the wonderful Carlton. Going to be a lot of fun. We also have an in-person show happening on Saturday at the Waverly Brewing Company in Hamden. Three great acts for that, including some folks from Washington, D.C. So that'll be a really interesting one. And we also have plenty of things going on online. As always, we've got online shows happening on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Sundays. So check out the feed here for that. Follow us on all social media to learn more about those events and more. And with that, I would love to open up our first act of this block of programming. They perform with us for several seasons now, and they are wonderful and great performers. Please welcome to the stage the Light Bulb.
Hello, everybody. We
Hello,
are the Light Bulb.
we the Light Bulb.
I am Emma T. We have Maggie. We have Johan. We have Val. And for me today, we're just going to need a suggestion to get us started of a word. Barry, are you able to provide us with a word just to start us off, inspire us?
Bridge.
Bridge. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you.
The bridge is almost finished, Sally.
Julie is... I'm quite sad that it's almost finished. We've been building this in our back garden for the last, 3 years now.
Yeah, I know, Sally, but we need to do this. Otherwise, all this flooding, we are always getting dirty. After the rain is always the flooding, and we can't really go in and out. We do need this bridge to go out into the street,
I kind of like us just both being at home, sisters. The house is big enough. It's got 2 separate wings, for goodness sake. We can hole up here, and then every time it rains, it will just be the 2 of us.
Oh, you mean we don't go out when it rains?
I'd like to stay in. I'm just worried that, now the bridge is almost finished, that you're going to go out and, go into the village and maybe meet someone.
Well, that's exactly what I'd like to do. We're young, and we're just all the time here because by the time, for example, the parties or the dances are there, we're all dirty, We arrive there completely full of mud. What sort of life is that? We need a social life.
Yeah, ever since our parents passed away, I just enjoyed spending time with you, Just the 2 of us.
Sister, we're young. This is a time when we need to meet the boys. Otherwise, what? Do you want to wait until you are very old and nobody's going to want us?
I guess not. Just, well, I've enjoyed us just being the two of us. I've enjoyed us, eating breakfast together, and even though the table is such a long one now that there's, our parents have passed and there's not the kind of, invitations of the high society people round anymore, and just me at one end of the table and you at the other, and I slide the salt down, and then you take the salt and then you slide it to the other. And we don't even have any staff anymore. We've got the whole of the house to ourselves, not even a maid.
Okay, dear sister, I love you very much. I love being with you, but I am a little bit worried. You need to go out. You need to be a little bit more, I don't know, outgoing, Don't you want to meet a guy?
I've got my books. I've been studying. I'm learning all things about history and reading about history. Some of the people in history that got married lived very unhappy lives.
Yes, just because the history talks about couples that didn't have happy life, perhaps, for example, I know about Henry VIII. He had to marry 6 times in order to find the right wife, but it doesn't happen to everybody, my dear sis.
Well, that's what I'm reading about right now. He 6 times, and 2 of them were beheaded. I mean, what if I get together with a man who wants to behead me? That's not going to be any fun, is it?
You read too much, my dear sister. Okay, I'm just going to go and get some more bricks to finish the bridge. All right?
I guess once it's finished, we can go into the village as much as we want.
We'll go out. Tonight, it will be finished. And we'll go out.
Margaret? Okay, I filled all the racks with the vegetables and the canned vegetables at the right side. I mean, your grocery store looks picobello.
It certainly does, Frederick. It certainly does. And all thanks to you pulling your weight.
Well, sorry, no, well, I really appreciate the opportunity you give me. Well, after my breakup, for the 5th time, the 5th marriage, which was completely destroyed by, I don't know why. I mean, you, my sister, you invited me, and I'm just feeling that I'm getting better, getting over it.
I mean, how you survived. Pass me those beans, dear. How you survived. Thank you. How you survived 5 marriages ending. I'll never know, Frederick. It's testament to your strength of character.
Exactly, Margaret. My strength of character. I was madly in love with each woman, but sometime I feel this urge that this is not the right person for me. How hard I try, it's not the right person for me.
Well, I think you did right having them all beheaded, dear.
I
mean,
do otherwise?
They were such nags, all of them.
Yeah, what could I do otherwise? I had the money of the insurance and the inheritance, and I'm a pretty wealthy man now.
I'm just so happy that we live in a world where men can behead their wives when they displease them. I mean, after all, our mother was beheaded by our father, and rightly so.
Exactly, rightly so. And I think, Margaret, that's one of the reasons you stayed single.
Well, yes, I don't know if I could ever please a man well enough, to be
No,
honest.
you can't fool me.
But you know, mother was a terrible wife and mother. I mean, she never had the table set for father when he came in.
I mean, I was so surprised that she was not beheaded sooner by father. I mean, he stayed with her for how many years? 25?
25 years, yes, and then off came her head.
Yeah.
And then that young floozy he went with, well, she didn't last very long, did she?
I think 6 months and yeah. Well, now
Oh, the shop looks amazing. You know, in Frederick, I feel like I'm married to this shop.
You are married to the shop, and I think you're doing a great job. I mean, if father would see how well you've done, he would be proud. You know, he will be so proud. So, Margaret.
You wouldn't.
I'm also though happy that people here in the village, they don't know about my past. Because face it or not, the more times you behead your partner, well, it's not good. Yeah.
I know it could certainly prejudice people against you, thinking it might be your fault, not theirs.
Exactly. It gives some sort of bad aura about myself, yeah?
Yes.
Which is absolutely untrue.
So are you ready, my dear brother, to look for a new lady now? One that might be worthy of you?
It's now 4 weeks after it happened. And thanks to you, Margaret, I'm really, feel very good. And I think I'm ready for the next step. Yeah. I've heard there's a party in a big tent.
That's just what I was going to say. Yeah. They built the bridge at the water, what they're called, the Waterstones. The Waterstone sisters, they're orphan girls.
The Waterstones. Okay.
You've got 2 to choose from.
Oh, well, I can't wait to meet them and introduce myself.
I've got a little surprise for you. It's a new necktie.
Oh, God, a necktie. It's beautiful.
Frederick, I want you to find another wife because I really, although we've been married 5 times, I'm not yet an auntie.
I know, we never reached that point in the relationship, in the marriage, thinking about children. And, it's always much more difficult to behead your wife when there are children involved.
No, it never stopped father, did it?
No, but just remember, it impacted our lives a lot. When mother was on the funeral, it was a shock. It was really a shock. We saw it coming. Of course, we saw it. But still, it was, it did something to me,
Yeah, well, you go to the party and with my full blessing.
Okay.
And see if you can find yourself a new wife.
But I would need your advice, Margaret. At this time, I need your advice too. Okay, a little bit of help.
You want me to go with you?
Yeah, I would love that.
Oh, Frederick, I'd love to.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to go in bath.
I'll lock up the shop.
Okay.
And then off we go.
I'm looking forward to it. See you soon.
Julie, oh, this is a great party. I'm so glad I finished the bridge tonight. And here you are.
Yeah, here I am, wearing my best dress and...
Yeah, just get relaxed. Let your body go with the music and let's dance.
Well, I don't know if this is the best thing, really, Julie. I just, I suppose I could let go and stop being so uptight and, see who's around.
Wait. Can you see there in the distance? that guy is so handsome. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh,
He is so handsome. Oh my goodness. I
he's
think. Huh?
he's probably looking, well, he looks like he hasn't got a partner, apparently. I don't know. I saw him coming with a woman, but I'm not sure. Oh, that's probably his.
Hello.
Oh, hello, hello.
Yeah.
My name's Margaret, and I see you're looking at my handsome brother.
Oh, we thought you were his girlfriend, but he's single then.
He's very single, and I think one of you might be the lucky lady that he chooses tonight.
Oh, I am.
Oh.
We are the Westonton sisters. Hi.
I know.
Oh, you know? How comes you know?
Oh, you're very well known in the village with the way you were cut off for all that time, and now you have a bridge that takes you to the village. It's very exciting news.
Yeah. It's for my first time mingling with lots of people for a long time. I was pleased to meet you.
Yeah, I'm so glad that my sister Julie is coming out, because she didn't want to come out, and it's nice to meet your brother. Hi.
Here's my brother. Please be silent when a man's present.
Margaret, would you like to introduce me to these beautiful ladies?
Oh, yes. Well, we have Julie.
Nice to meet you, Julie. It's nice
And
to see you.
her sister Sally.
Oh, Sally, hi.
Hi.
Well,
And my choice would be Sally.
so I understood you're the Waterstone sisters.
Yes, we are the Waterstone sisters from the famous Waterstone family, but our parents passed away, and
They talk a lot, Margaret. They talk a lot.
Julie's more the chatterbox. I think the other one's more suited to you.
Okay. So, and what brings you here at the party?
well, Sally, you want to tell them?
Obviously, it's our first time in a long time
Oh, Sally,
socializing with people.
I mean, oh my God, you're very impressive. Really.
Oh,
Good.
thank you.
Yeah. Can we have a chat privately, perhaps? I think.
Hold on, my dear. Can I see your teeth, dear?
Oh, the teeth.
She's got a good set of teeth.
Good teeth. Yeah. Julie.
The other one's got a good set too, though.
Yeah, it's a difficult choice. Julie is a little bit too chatty, perhaps. I like to have a wife who knows when to talk and knows when to not talk.
I'm going to leave you alone, my dear brother.
Yes,
Come,
yes,
Julie. You show me where the drinks are.
Good, they're gone. Now we can know each other better.
Oh, I noticed you across the room. You have very striking good looks.
Thank you very much. I mean, I heard that often. Yeah, people, especially women, they tell me often that that I have striking looks. I came back from the city, staying here with Margaret, my sister, for a while, and I'm looking for a wife.
Oh, well.
I like to go into a full commitment with marriage, and with a prospect for children.
Oh, what? I mean, that's what my sister tells me I should be looking for too. I mean, I'm a young woman. I don't want to grow old alone. And you are a very good-looking man. Yes.
Thank you very much. And you have good looks, and especially very good teeth.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Perhaps we can have tomorrow a stroll in the park. Yeah, to talk a bit more about personal things. I like to know everything about you.
Yes, I think I'd like that a lot.
Good. Well, okay, well, see you tomorrow then, in the park.
See you tomorrow.
2 years later. Margaret, I can't find my sister. Hi, Margaret. Sorry to interrupt you in your house, but since my sister married your brother, she's become very, very strange. She doesn't come to visit anymore, and now she's disappeared completely.
Oh, yes. She was rather a disappointment, I'm afraid.
What?
She wasn't
What do you
able
mean?
to produce an heir for my brother.
Sorry, what are you saying?
What I'm saying is that by law, then she is required to produce an heir within a year, and she failed. He was very generous. He gave her almost 2 years before he had to do the inevitable.
Oh, hi, Julie. I wasn't aware you were here. Yes.
Frederick, you don't tell me. Please, it's not true.
I'm heartbroken. Really. Every relationship I try, every relationship fails. You know what that does to a man? I still have no heir. I'm terrible. Terrible, is it? Life is a bitch.
I mean, you probably put her somewhere. I don't expect you dispose of her. She's alive. She's somewhere. Perhaps.
I had to behead her, and I have to have done it myself. I mean, I have my principles. I know there are services you can hire to behead your wife, but I did it myself. I don't think anyone else should do that. So,
You're an honourable man.
thank you so much, Margaret. I mean, that's how Father raised us. Father was a good man. No, truly, I understand you are still a single woman here.
Yes, I am still single. Yes.
Yes. Well, I was wondering, perhaps you could have a stroll in the park and have a chat. Yes, it would be nice to get to know each other a little bit better.
But okay, I can see your intentions, but
My intentions are very honorable. I don't want to force things.
but what if I?
It's time for me to move on after the terrible disappointment with Sally.
I don't want to risk my life, Frederick. I'm not sure if I'll be able to give you an heir. I don't want to. I'd rather just stay single for the rest of my life rather than get beheaded.
Frederick, you don't want a snivelling creature like her as a wife, surely.
No, I agree, Margaret. I agree.
Frederick, what's she got in her hand?
What are you doing with that knife?
What do you think you're doing? Get that thing away from me!
This
Margaret.
is what I'm doing.
Margaret,
I'm
just in
taking
front of me.
revenge. I'm taking revenge for my sister.
What a terrible tragedy happened here in the city, in the little village. What a terrible tragedy. Margaret sacrificing her life, jumping in front of me between the knife in the hand of Julie, sacrificing herself for the good of the family. We had to call the police and they arrested her. And now I'm here in the little grocery store of my Margaret and of my parents. All alone, without a partner in life, without a woman next to my side.
You're not alone. This is wife number 2, Esmeralda.
You're not alone. This is wife number 4, Cynthia.
You're not alone. This is wife
You're not
number
alone.
5.
You'll never be alone
Graciela.
again.
With
Never
you
be
always.
Never alone.
Won't
Never.
you?
Never.
Never.
And that's our show.
Oh my goodness. What a harrowing tale. Feel free to come out if you like. Thank you as always to the Light Bulb for a wonderfully engaging performance. I love when we get just a dash of the afterlife. I don't think everyone would agree in this case, but the audience I think certainly did. Thank you so much, as always, for bringing such wonderful performances to the Highwire stage, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
for
Thank
having
you
me.
so much. Thank you, Highwire.
Thank you, Highwire. Yay.
I feel so out of place with my bright colors now, but so it is. It's a palette cleanser between acts that I think will continue to be the correct choice. Thank you so much. And if you're enjoying things like this, dramatic improv and theatrical improv, online has been such a great place for that. We've got a ton of that happening here on Highwire. There's a lot of this happens in other online spaces as well. So I continue to encourage people to check that out. It's so great to see what can be done in the film style or television style structures that exist here on Zoom. To that end, we're going to continue with some wonderful performances here in the dramatic vein. With a group that's been with us also for a few seasons as well. You're going to see a particular genre and style with this group. It'll become apparent once they come on screen, and we're excited to see them perform again. Excited to introduce our second act for today's Sunday shows. Please welcome to the stage, Sayan.
Hello all, we are Sane, and today we're going to tackle one of, let's just say one of life's never-ending questions.
I went out here, far away, to feel God. I thought if I came out from my daily stress, out in the nature, the big wild nature, that I would make sense of something bigger. Now I'm out here. I'm just freezing. I'm just cold. And then I had this epiphany. I am not prepared for this shit. It's raining. Half the time. All the time it's raining. I didn't bring proper clothing. There's no shops around. I didn't bring proper food. I'm unprepared for being up here. And I feel, looking back at my life, I feel unprepared for life itself. Wasn't someone supposed to tell me? Prepare.
You know, sometimes I feel like the more I walk, the more nature I get into, the more confused I become. I just want some answers. I want to feel like somebody somewhere is willing to share their knowledge with me. It's like, be prepared. What do you mean be prepared? Can you be prepared for unforeseen circumstances? Can you be prepared for emergencies? Can you be prepared for the shit that life sometimes brings down on you? I don't know. I came out here. I felt like I came out here to relax. I wasn't planning on all these questions bombarding me. I wasn't planning on having one of these days where I have to think too much. I'm tired of thinking all the time. I just want to relax.
Oh, swimming in the cold water. Oh, why did I do this? Oh, I need to get the heat again. I need to get back up. Oh, it seemed like a good idea. It's not raining anymore. It hasn't been raining for 2 hours. I felt sweaty. And then I thought, let me cleanse myself. That's a weird word. Cleanse. Let me get clean. So I jumped in the water. Very pure, cold water. Now I'm trying to get the heat again.
Hello. I wasn't expecting you. You actually went in that water?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I did. And it was kind of breaking my mind. I mean, I've been walking for 5 days. It's been raining. I feel unprepared, like an amateur. And then
I feel like you probably very brave.
I feel pretty stupid.
Oh, well, I don't know. Is brave might be close to stupid. Could be.
Yeah. Oof. I need to get the heat again, but
I have an extra parka.
oh,
Yeah.
well, if you offer, then I can't say no. Oh, oof.
So do you take a lot of chances?
Well, I guess I took a chance to take on this trip.
I mean, do you ever feel like you're at a crossroads? I don't know, like a crossroads. So if you go this way, you're going to jump into the freezing water. And if you go this way, maybe you're going to get lost out here for 4 or 5 days without a proper accoutrements.
No, that's not me. I basically get this crazy idea. Oh, you can do this, and then I just go out and do this.
Ah,
I saw this beautiful clear water in this lake, and I thought, oh, you can jump in. I didn't really think about the alternatives.
Huh.
And
I
I
like
don't.
that. I like that because I'm just one of these people that's always, I don't know, just putting, is this way better? Is that way better? Which way should I go? And you just jumped.
You know, I know a lot of people like you at home. They have to evaluate everything for hours, and it just makes me crazy.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
Exhausting.
Well, you do it and you know it's exhausting. So it's exhausting for you as well?
Yeah, I mean, weighing all the alternatives, seeing if this alternative to turn right is better than this alternative to go straight ahead, or go backwards, or go to the left.
Well, it's just exhausting for me to listen to people at home whether we should buy organic food or non-organic food, if we should drive electric vehicles or petrol vehicles, or if we should buy from the local grocery or the big multi-dollar. It's just too many choices.
It's yeah. You just have to jump. I mean, you're teaching me something. You're teaching me that just being spontaneous might be the way for me to start living the rest of my life.
I will confess that the last 5 days has been terrible.
I bet.
I didn't prepare myself. I haven't got the right clothes. I was sleeping in a cave kind of thing, and wondered, oh, is there bears in this area?
None that I've met so far.
So I think it was okay, maybe. Anyway, I think this is the best moment of this whole trip. And you know what?
Do you have any food and water?
Well, I think actually the lake water, or there's a kind of a spring going down, so the water should be okay.
Hold on.
I have some.
I got an extra power bar. I mean, I'm one of these prepare for any contingency kind of a person.
Well, I brought a can, but I didn't bring the can opener. That's me. That's me in a nutshell.
Well, here's a power bar if you're hungry.
Oh, very good. Yeah.
So I can even tell you the amount of protein that's in this power bar, but I don't think you're the type of person that really cares.
Just the feeling of the power bar, I mean the water in the mouth, the saliva, kind of hungering for something, for food, the stomach.
You know, we really do need sustenance in our life, I guess.
The cold water. Yeah, we need We need something. I think we need a lot. And I need to. Well, there's a big project coming up in 2 weeks. So I just had this week off to get away.
No. Wait, no. Don't return to the real world. It's just, of course, we all have things we got to go back to, but we're right here, I guess. I don't know. I'm not going to stand here and say, what do you do for a living?
Thanks. Thanks for keeping me away from that thought. I was just getting this nervous tics again.
I mean, if I was to guess what you did for a living, I would guess that you do something unusual, something, and don't tell me because I don't want to know, something. I'm going to go back to brave. You just seem to me to be a person who takes chances. God, I admire that.
You're very analytical.
Yeah, say the
And
least.
you make a living of reading people, don't you? One way or another. I mean, there's a lot of people who actually read people for a living. I mean, just take the pharmacy, reading people who want medicine, or the kindergarten teacher, reading these kids all the time. What are their intentions?
I respect teachers so much. I just am annoyed how undervalued they are.
Well, I guess if we valued them higher, we would confess that
What, that we need to be taught?
well, actually, teachers. Sometimes I just feel that they got a job to watch over me while I couldn't be at home with my parents. Because they had to do more important stuff. So they were kind of just watching the parking lot.
Oh, I don't know. I
like
adored being in school. I mean, I liked learning, and I got lucky. I had one teacher the whole time I was in school that took an interest in the fact that I loved reading, that I loved fact gathering. And they pushed me. They pushed me to read more. They pushed me to read books that were at a higher level than I was, quote, when I was in 7th grade, I was reading a college level book. Whoop-de-doo. But they said, just go out there and gather what you need to gather what you need.
Well, I think that's the key of the whole thing. We need to learn to gather. I mean, the teachers can't gather stuff for us, can they?
No.
We need to learn how to gather.
So see, we have some belief that we share.
Look at the bird up there.
Well, Oh, it's not a bird, it's an eagle. Oh my God.
It's watching down. Something to gather.
Have you ever wished that you could fly?
Actually, when I think I was, as a kid, I was dreaming that I could fly with swimming movements. And then
Oh,
I told that to someone. We were discussing dreams, and apparently that's a pretty normal dream.
pretty normal. Oh, I've had that dream, but when I'm flying straight up and down.
Oh, well, I guess there's some longing for freedom in the flying.
That you could definitely say about my life. But like I said, we're not going out into life. We're staying right here, right in this beautiful place.
What's the eagle?
Mm.
Now it's going down.
Oh,
It's caught something.
oh, it did. Oh.
That is one brutal thing.
So you could say that eagle knows how to prepare for what it needs.
Yeah, but then I think, I mean, the eagle was born out here, wasn't it?
Yeah. The eagle had I guess the eagle had a good teacher.
Its parents?
Yeah.
I just felt the stuff they wanted to teach me was different from what I still felt unprepared.
Okay, are we talking about your parents now or your teachers?
Everyone.
Or both? Or
I've
all of them?
always, my whole life, felt unprepared.
But your whole life was probably preparing you to jump in that water.
But for what purpose?
But it can just be that simple. For the purpose that you did it, that you jumped. I mean, I'm standing here with extra parkas and extra power bars, and I even have an extra bottle of water if you want that. And then I don't have a can opener, but I have a lot more power bars, and I have an extra pair of socks, for God's sakes.
So, the purpose, I mean, you claim I jumped in and for the purpose of jumping in, and here you prepared for anything but for more than is here.
But I haven't jumped in. I spent so much time preparing my backpack that it takes me like hours to make the decision to just walk out of the house and leave it all behind. I could have left all this stuff in my backpack behind, I guess. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Then I wouldn't have been able to give you an extra parka, power bar that we both enjoyed. That would be crazy, right? That would be crazy.
So are you saying that this is a meeting of two different people and we together make up meaning? Or are you saying that this is the hindsight of the higher powers?
Mm. Wow.
I've been out here too long. I mean, this is crazy thoughts.
Not so crazy.
Anyway,
I mean, I believe that I believe in something higher than me. I believe in that eagle. I believe in that eagle got exactly what that eagle needed right now, right here.
and that's enough.
Well, I guess you'd have to ask the eagle.
It's getting darker. What about, do you have a place to sleep tonight?
Oh, I hadn't really, I guess I kind of thought I would be headed back home by now, but I don't really want to go home.
How
What I
far is
really
your
want,
home away? How
you know what
far
I
is your
really
home
want to
away?
do?
Huh?
Excuse me, sorry. You go ahead. You go ahead.
How far is your home away?
Oh, probably 5 miles.
So I've been out here 5 days. Basically, I don't know where I am. And you're saying that before the sun is actually down, I could be, if you allow it, inside a warm house?
Oh, oh. Well, or I think what I'm actually saying, this is super crazy. I think I'd like to jump in the water. I think I'm going to jump in the water.
Well, why don't you?
All right. This is
I will warn you, it's cold.
And you know what? I'm going to tell you, I don't care. Here I go. Whoa! Whoa!
The scream is so liberating. It sounds like liberation. A scream that dares to just let everything go. Doesn't care what anyone thinks. A scream of joy in the pain of cold water. The scream of letting everyone know that this is cold. This is freezing.
And that's our show.
That's our show.
Fantastic as always. What a wonderful performance! A circular journey in some sense, very elemental, and something again we don't always see. So I appreciate as always a new and fantastic performance from you all. Look forward to seeing you once again on our stage next month.
Next month. Thank you, Barry. We love Highwire.
We love you too.
Noah.
Thank you so much. Yes, warm up. As mentioned, I feel like I am the bright crayon in the middle of the box of grayscale today. But our last act, it's possible they'll be in grayscale. They've done many different filters and perspectives and camera angles and other sorts of cinematic trickery to enhance their improv over the years. We're super excited to have them back with us on the Highwire Improv stage. Before we get to them, just a reminder, we have a bunch of stuff coming up for Highwire. If you're in the Baltimore area, we have a bunch of classes in person, including everything from our fundamentals level 1 and level 2 classes, intro to musical improv, as well as some characters classes coming up. If any of that sounds interesting to you, check out our website. You'll be directed to our classes page where you can get information on all those classes that are upcoming, and stay tuned for more. We've got a lot of great new teachers coming through the Baltimore area, and excited to present those offerings to you. All right. Speaking of characters, this group is chock full of them. You're going to see a wonderful show by them. And I'm super excited to welcome back to the Highwire stage and to close out our Sunday afternoon programming here, Murder Cats.
Thank you very much for that introduction, Barry. We are very, very excited to be here on Highwire this Sunday afternoon. We are Murder Cats. We weave dark, theatrical, cinematic tales. May I please welcome the other two cats up onto the stage, please? Oh, cat making a vertical arrival. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Babette. I'm from Amsterdam, and I like pineapple-shaped chairs.
Wonderful, wonderful. It's an eerie one, that. Other cat in grayscale, potentially frozen, but not. Okay, good.
Oh, I thought we were doing grayscale today. That's what I gathered. So I'm Nair. I'm in Greece, and I like people who like pineapple-shaped chairs. That's why we hang out. Also, I was pretending to, because I'm on grayscale, I was pretending to be an existentialist and to had emptied a cup of whiskey, but the honest truth is there was never any whiskey in this class. Well, maybe once upon a time, but not recently.
Was there whiskey in the glass, or was there not whiskey in the glass? I don't know. But what I do know is that we have a series of suggestions based on the question we put out, in which Brian from Highwire kindly amplified for us. The question was, what was your favorite dessert as a child? And I've been very interested in these, but I've resisted looking at them because that would be unprofessional. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 answers here. Barry, would you please say a number between 1 and 5?
2.
Thank you very much. Yeah, let me have a look at number 2. Number 2. Oh my God, 2 actually has some choices in it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, all right. So there are 3 choices within number 2. Barry, can you please give me a number between 1 and 3?
3.
Thank you very much. Let me have a look at number 3. Number 3. Mother's mocha cupcakes.
Like the mocha, like coffee cupcakes from Mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah. Cat in the Black and White. Did you hear that one? We're going to assume that it means that he did. He's going to keep it secret whether or not he heard it or not. Thank you very much. Okay, right. We present to you Mother's Mocha Cupcakes.
Psst. I'm gonna tell you a secret. You want to hear it, huh? It's a recipe. You have to go on a quest to deserve it.
All I wanted was a coffee. All I wanted was a coffee.
They say the coffee machine is broken, it's just too hard, and we have to deal with it.
We have to deal with it.
Drink some water, honey.
I don't want water. I don't want water. Look, I know you're trying to help, but I just do not want water.
What is it? Is it the caffeine you're missing? What's the problem, honey?
It's the bitterness. It's the richness and the bitterness and the syrup as well. I want the syrup. I want the hit. I want everything. I want it all in one cup, and I can't have it because the machine is broken. It's just frustrating to me. That's all.
I get it, honey.
I know. I get it. It's counterintuitive to want coffee on a hot day.
Yeah, I mean, it always makes me more hot. I'm still melting, and then I put some hot liquid in me, and it's like going into the sauna, but the other way around. Like putting sauna into you. I don't know.
It's what it goes back to my mum. She used to she used to always drink cups of tea on hot days. She would stand there by the window with a cup of tea, just going, "Oh," like that. And I would ask her, "Mum, why are you drinking hot drink on a hot day?" She said, "Mother's wisdom."
Oh, I loved your mom. She was always so kind to me. Remember the first time we came home to your family? I had spilled coffee all over my dress. And your mom was like, she didn't even say hi. She was looking at me and then grabbing me on the shoulders and like, "Girl, we're gonna fix you up. By the way, I love your hair." And then she pulled me right up and then and then she gave me that hideous dress, but she told me that it was a dress she loved to wear in the 80s, and I just couldn't hate it anymore then.
It was a really awful dress. I mean, you were very. I thought it was horrible. It was really, really, absolutely disgusting.
Yes, but you complimented me on it. You liar! Oh, Richard. And now we're stuck here without coffee in a hot Italian restaurant.
I do miss her,
Do you know what I miss most about her?
What?
Remember when, before she went into that hospital, we used to visit her every Sunday? And we came at lunchtime, but it always was a big brunch. And then we ate, and she told us stories, and then she vanished into the kitchen and just let us sit there and do stuff. Sometimes let us garden for her.
Yeah.
That naughty woman.
Let,
And
let
then
us
she
garden
returned.
for her. Yeah.
Yeah. And then she
I-
returned with mocha cupcakes. Or her cheesecake. Oh, legendary cheesecake.
That's it. The mocha cupcakes. Yeah. She never actually asked us to do anything, did she? She just, like you said, it was a let us. She just somehow mentioned it and we ended up doing it. It
I
was a real
think she
talent.
packed it into her stories. I think she was very good in like suggesting stuff. Like you do that. You also have that from your mom. It's not just the hot beverages.
Yeah, I get you to do stuff that you've
Yes.
without asking.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
like,
I didn't know that. Really?
Steak. If you really crave steak, then you're telling me stories about the Argentinian beef house you love and how you were golfing with your colleagues, and then after golfing there was some steak, and you spread those little stories over the day, and I'm thinking about it when I'm going shopping, and I'm thinking about it when I'm cooking it. And what's happening in the end? Steak for dinner.
Steak for dinner, yeah. I
Should I ask if the coffee machine is unbroken again?
Let's just get the bill, I think.
Okay. Waiter. It's a secret. No, Richard, it's a secret. If I tell you now, Richard, then you're never gonna come and visit me when I'm old. I love that you want to cook with me. Really, and I support that. I support that decision. But it's really, a woman has to have her secrets. Like when I was telling your dad why your name is gonna be Richard when you were born. I told him that I have a relative, like my great uncle, I think I told him. And he was very important to me, and that's why I wanted you to be named Richard. Now comes the secret. It's actually not your grand-uncle's name. No. You're named after Richard Gere, because I like pretty women. I don't look so shocked, Richard. It's a good movie. It's a classic. Julia Roberts was fantastic in it. And you're gonna be as charming as Richard Gere. Isn't that a promise for you? No, stop nagging me about that recipe. I promise. I will tell you when when you're older. You have to deserve it, you know? You can't even drive a car yet. A woman has to have her secrets. And her trademark symbolism. Mine is cupcakes. I bring them to church every Sunday, and then people visit me. They want to eat those cupcakes. It's never gonna be boring. And I'm never gonna be lonely with those cupcakes. I promise you, you won't be bored and alone too. No. I promise you. And stop fussing about Richard Gere. He's a good man.
When do I get my call? I'd really, really like my call at this point.
We have to process your paperwork first.
It was an accident.
That's what they all say. And they've never drunken any alcoholic beverages before.
I just thought I was having a nice night. That's all.
Yeah? What was so nice about it? You look nervous. I'm also nervous. I'm waiting for my dad. He's being operated on. They told me he should be out here in 5 minutes or so, and doctors make me nervous. Sorry, what did you say?
No. It's my mum. I'm just waiting for news about my mum.
Oh, I'm sorry. Does she also have cancer?
No, there was an accident.
Oh, that's horrible. Oh, did you see it happen? Oh, that must be so hard to see a loved one get hurt. Oh,
Yeah.
I hate those people. I bet it was one of those people that are careless and useless and drinking and they're with those street games they're doing, like racing or just if you drink, don't go into a car and don't drive, basically.
Tell me about your dad. Tell me about your dad.
Prostate cancer. We were lucky they spotted it, they said.
They're really good at screening for it these days. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't go to the screenings. It's like old man. And they just found it because he had a lung infection, like per accident. I mean, that's really crazy because the lung is pretty far away from. But yeah, they found it, and now he's getting treatment, and they even say he's gonna be fine. The medicine is good enough so they can say he's gonna be fine. He's maybe not gonna be 100 years old or so, but he's gonna have some more years.
That's really good. I'm pleased for you. Do you want Do you want a coffee? There's a machine over here.
Do they have mocha or something?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Do you want that?
Yeah, one of those. That would be great. My dad loves coffee.
Do you have a favorite syrup?
Caramel?
I used to think that it was wrong to drink coffees like that because they were basically like puddings or desserts, whatever terminology you want to use, but in a glass. But then I kind of got into it. Funny.
Oh, I never looked at it that way.
Something very reassuring about it. Having it all there in one glass. Here you go.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
I'm Richard.
Richard was your name.
Yeah.
Bethany.
I hope your dad's all right, Bethany.
The doctor said he's gonna be fine. I hope your mom's gonna be great too. And I hope they catch the guy who did that to her. Or the girl, gender equality and stuff.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better. Cheers.
Richard. All right. Richard. Where's Richard? Honey.
Hey, Mom.
How are you doing? How are you doing, honey?
I'm so sorry.
It happens. Oh, you look so charming. Do me a favor. I know, do me 2 favors. First, can you say that line of Pretty Woman, the movie again?
You look beautiful in that dress.
Second, promise me you're gonna live your life to the fullest. You're gonna never be alone. Do those stupid cupcakes. Bring them to church. Whatever. Don't be alone.
Don't remember you ever asking me anything for anything before. Not like this.
Not enough breath for a story, my dear.
Would you like a coffee?
Yeah.
Go
Mocha.
get you one. Okay. I know.
And is the coffee machine fixed?
You know what?
Mm-mm.
I think I might need to learn to live without it.
Without the coffee machine?
Without the coffee.
Oh, you mean without your mom?
Hmm. So I'm dragging the whole mood down. I didn't mean to.
No, it's fine. It's honest.
I get when people think you're charming, you talk in a certain way, and you don't want to disappoint them. And it becomes a little bit like people pleasing, because they expect you to be a certain way, and I just and then you never get to be honest. Do you know what I mean? You never get to actually say things to people. I'm not someone who can switch modes. I'm kind of one way and the whole time.
Is
And
there anything you haven't told me about yourself?
that night, when I was driving Mum, I'd been drinking, and it didn't show up on the test for whatever reason. Didn't show up. They thought I'd been drinking. They said they implied heavily I'd been drinking, but and I had, but it didn't show up on the test, and I let it go, and then she died in the hospital. And I've spent the whole time since trying to be charming and trying to not live alone. And that even involved that Emma, that even involved marrying you with that pretense. Even after all those Sundays we went, I just, I just wanted to hold on to something from all that in the years after. Am I making any kind of sense?
You lied to me because you didn't want to be alone? You charmed your way into my heart because you didn't want to be alone?
Technically, that happened before my mum died and before she made me make the promise, but yes.
Do you
Sort
even
of.
love me?
Yes. 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 Of of course I did. Do.
Did.
Do.
Did.
I mean, there was a wedding. I gave a speech. You gave a speech as well. It was very unconventional. People loved it. And there was a coffee machine. There were boys doing cartwheels. There were fireworks. There were those Chinese lanterns at the end of the night. It was a great day. It was a very charming evening.
And your mom brought that maca cupcakes.
Yeah, she did.
And you killed her. And you didn't trust me. You didn't trust our love.
I just didn't want to be a disappointment. I didn't want to disappoint her. I didn't want to disappoint you.
How could you disappoint her? She loved you. She.
Do I really need to finish that sentence?
I don't know what to make out of this right now. I mean, that's a big thing you. And. Do you still drink? I mean, I don't see you drink ever, but.
It's Stan. There's another couple out there looking miserable. I really think we've got to do something about the coffee machine, you know. It seems to me that it's essential for people to finish a good meal with a coffee. And just makes me a little bit sad to see people not having a nice time out there. I mean, there's the whole reason we founded this restaurant in 1955.
I'm on it.
Yeah?
Yeah, how can it come that every time we do have problems with that coffee machine, everything goes to tragedy? I don't understand.
I know. It's so miserable, isn't it? I just don't know where it comes from. Ugh.
Like crazy, huh? I
mean,
even I feel more miserable now, huh?
Yeah,
I want
exactly.
to slap you. Just because.
Yeah. I mean, it's bringing me down, and on top of everything, miserable people don't tip well.
Oh no, not again. I rely on the tips.
2%. 2%.
2% drop.
Not even
2% drop.
2%. No. Stan.
Tell me what?
Yeah, Stan. 2% tip. 2% tip. He tipped 2%. No, I should say they tipped 2%.
Usually it's like 10, 15. Huh?
Yeah, absolutely. The 10 is the very base level of a tip. Absolutely base level. And if you go to America, I think 10% is an insult.
Wait. I get 10 to 15. What do you get?
20 on Sundays.
What? Oh my God! We should share tips. No, I'm I'm the back office. Hey. I'm the back office person. And you go front. Huh? We get more money. Yeah.
I'm a front of house guy. I'm charming. That's what
Aye.
it's all about.
You're drinking too much coffee. Everyone charming. Everyone.
Well,
like
I'll be able to drink a
those,
lot more.
With those advertisement. Who was this charming guy always making advertisement? Nescafe. What else?
Richard Gere?
Maybe, I don't know.
George
I don't watch
Clooney.
movies.
Yeah. One of those actors.
What else?
Yeah. It's always about the
That's
charm.
charming. Yeah. Wait. And the baby's going.
There you go, Stan. Knock me out one of those mochas, would you? Lovely. Thanks very much. And that's our show, everybody.
Whoop whoop.
Oh my goodness. I'm happy with my numeric selections, and I am, as always, so impressed with the work you all do. It's such fun to watch you all perform, and I feel like we all felt something, as always, with you. So thanks, as always, to the Murder Cats for gracing our improv stage.
Thank you very much, Barry. Pleasure to be here. Thank you very
Yes.
much for having us.
Of course.
Yeah,
I've got a
and
real
also-
cat as well here, but they're out of frame, so
Aww.
but they knew what was happening.
Also, greetings from Anair. He has choppy internet, so that's
Yes.
why.
I can try, but
Oh God.
we just proved that he wasn't lying.
Yeah, that's true.
Thanks so much, everyone, and thanks for tuning in here on Highwire. We will see you for our next round of online shows tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Until then, have a wonderful day and stay safe out there. Thanks.